Hi class, it's me, your humble little English teacher coming at you. I wanted to go over this week's poetry project with you and explain it a little bit more in depth, give you some added commentary. I'm coming at you from a sunny day here in Colorado, and but it is cold, very cold. It's like in the 20s. So anyway, let's get started. So you all know we're in week 5 this week, and I've got my little to-do list here as usual, what you need to do for this week. The first thing on the list is to carefully read the poet presentation project assignment sheet. Boy, that's a mouthful. Read all the way through and watch the video too. So hopefully you're watching the video and you already read that. So I want to go over with you this. This is the assignment, the presentation that you have to put together. And this is what I want to concentrate on with this video. So this poetry project is worth 150 points. Your task or your assignment is to research the poet that you have been assigned, see below. And if you scroll down below, you will see all of your names, and all of you have been assigned a poet. And we'll go over that more in just a minute. Okay, so you are to create a PowerPoint, Prezi, whatever presentation system you like to use. I know there are so many now. There used to just be PowerPoint, but now there are so many, so you can use whatever you prefer. Just be able to craft your PowerPoint as if you were going to present it to the class. When I lived there in the Woodlands and I taught face-to-face classes at the Montgomery campus, my 1302 students had to present their PowerPoints in front of the whole class, which was pretty nerve-wracking for a lot of them, but they did it and they were all awesome. Well, some more than others, but anyway, they were a lot of fun. I really loved the poetry unit. So you guys, at least you don't have to get up and present your PowerPoints in front of the class, but pretend as if like you do. Okay, that way you'll do a great job and you don't want to be embarrassed. Okay, so again, you'll just scroll down to see which poet you've been assigned. Now, if you want a different poet, that's fine, but you need to email me and you need to make sure that poet you want has not been assigned to another classmate. So you need to email me first, okay? So we can be on the same page and I can say yay or nay. All right, so I don't mind you changing poets, but we've got to be in sync, okay? These are the PowerPoint requirements. This is what you need to have on your slides. First of all, you need to have a biography of your poet's life. I don't want you stuffing all the biography information onto one slide. That will be way too much. You need to use bullets. Make the slides presentable, easy for your classmates to read. It could take many slides. Excuse me. But have fun with this. Include pictures, fascinating aspects of your poet. So when you're done with all the biography section of your presentation, you need to include one poem by the poet. So you can type or copy and paste the poem onto a PowerPoint slide, but you need to choose just one poem from your poet and make that as a separate slide. Then after the poem, I want you to include a brief analysis of the poem. What do you think it means and why? Don't just summarize the poem. And then the very last slide of your presentation needs to be a works cited. I do want correct MLA format. You need to give credit to whom credit's due. Where did you find your information? What websites did you use? So that needs to be the very last slide. Okay, I want you to be creative. All right, I'm going to be looking for when I grade your presentations, they need to have all 4 of these aspects, okay? The biography, the poem, the analysis, the works cited. I will be looking for that. They need to be original, they need to look nice. make your slides readable for your audience. So we are going to share these with one another in a discussion board. So like I said, you don't want to be embarrassed. You want these to look nice. If you want to get creative, you could film yourself presenting your PowerPoint to the class, like I'm doing now. If you wanted to do that, that would be great. I've never had an online student take me up on this offer, but I seem to have a lot of young creative people this semester. So if you want to take me up on that, go right ahead. That'd be fantastic. Okay, I have posted a sample PowerPoint that I made over Emily Dickinson, and it's in our week 5 module. I'll show it to you in a minute. It's kind of boring, but it does give you a general idea of what I'm looking for. I've also included a what not to do presentation, one presentation that was not very good from a previous student. Okay, so the PowerPoint is due in the PowerPoint discussion forum by Sunday night, February 24th. Okay, you've got 2 weeks to get this put together. That's a lot of time, and you can do this. And I want to, since I'm giving you so much time, I want to see beautiful, fantastic, thorough presentations. I have not created the discussion board yet. It will be accessible next week in week 6, beginning February 18th. I don't want anybody getting ahead too early and posting your PowerPoints. I want you to take your time and make a fantastic presentation for us. One that's worthy of 150 points. Okay, we will watch each other's presentations and engage in a discussion board, but these dates are to be determined. I haven't decided yet if I want to open up the discussion during week 7 or week 8, right before spring break. So I'll let you know next week. But you do, again, you've got 2 weeks to design your presentation, so I'm expecting fantastic quality. Okay, again, these are your names along with your poets. And if you want to change, you need to email me. I believe that's all I really wanted to go over with you for this week. Let me show you the samples. These are I've made a little sub-module examples of Poet PowerPoint. So this is mine. This is the one that I made. And we can just, you can look through this, okay, very quickly. This is an example. Like I said, I want yours to be a lot more creative. This is the poem that I chose from Emily Dickinson. I love this poem, Wild Nights. It's a beautiful romantic poem. Here's my analysis. Okay, so that's mine. I just wanted to give you an example. This is the what not to do, the bad example. Now, this student was given Dylan Thomas, and here's one slide of his biography, and then here's the other slide, and that's it. That's all he did for the biography, these 2 little slides. Dylan Thomas had an incredible life and needed a lot more emphasis put on the biography than what this student did. Now he chose a beautiful poem, and his analysis was pretty good, but this biography was awful, okay? You got to have a good balance of, both. So not very many pictures, really just a boring, dull presentation. All right, so those are the 2 examples. I wanted to point that out to you. And so that's kind of it. That's all I wanted to do with my video here. The rest of the coursework for the week is self-explanatory. So you can read that and get going, and I wish all of you a happy Valentine's Day. If you are in my 4W15 online class, this material is exactly the same for you. I don't want to make a second video, so this video is for you also, okay? I just happened to use my 4W04 section to make this video, but for my 4W15 class, it's the same material, all right? Just um, kind of disregard this part right here, okay? You've got the same stuff. I'm not going to make a second video. Okay. All right. You guys are great. I'm sorry that I'm still not all caught up with your grading. I had some outpatient surgery this past week that kind of kept me out of the loop for a few days. Sorry. I will get caught up. I always do. I always get behind, but I do get caught up. All right. That's it. I wish you all a great week. And again, have a very happy Valentine's Day and keep up the great work. Email me if you have any questions, and especially if you want to change your poet. All right. Bye.